So Nokx, tell us about your strengths. What would you consider to be your weaknesses? What other companies are you currently interviewing with? These are some of the questions or frequently asked questions that one faces in an interview. And today we're going to be tackling 5 of those. Hi, my name is Nokx. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about those interview frequently asked questions, how to tackle them, so keep watching. So one of the questions that you will 9 times out of 10 always be asked is, tell us about your strengths, or what are your greatest professional strengths? And with this question, it's quite easy to be tempted to ramble on, and we all have a lot of strengths, and one of the reasons they would have called you into the interview is because of your strengths. So when you're answering this question, focus on quality. So select your 3 top strengths and think of ways that you then would highlight the benefit of those strengths. When have you demonstrated those strengths? And yes, so then just keep it simple. And so yes, quality over quantity. The next question is, tell us about your weaknesses. And for this question, please do not say I'm a perfectionist, that is my weakness, and because I'm a perfectionist it takes me long to complete tasks because I'm so detail oriented. And please avoid that one. I've heard it a number of times, and the challenge with some taking something that could be both a strength and a weakness and trying to make it something, it just does not sell you, and it just does not sit right. But rather, when interviewers ask you about this question, they're actually looking for a number of things. They are looking at, 1, your honesty. Are you an honest individual? But they're also looking at self-awareness. Are you aware of your own weaknesses or areas of development? So I know whilst we might not want to mention weaknesses that might count against us, really introspect and even ask your colleagues or people who know you and love you, who can share with you about what are those areas that you need to still grow in, and then select at least one of those weaknesses. And then to back it up, you can say, this is a weakness of mine. Like for me, I'll share my personal one. I'm quite short, so I also tend to have a short temper, along with my height and on certain issues. But one of the things, I'm aware of that, and with that self-awareness, one of the things I can tell when somebody they ask me a question in a way that I don't understand, I can normally feel my blood pressure go up, and I now have certain strategies to one of the things a coach taught me is to apply what is called curiosity. So when somebody asks me something that rubs me up the wrong way, I apply my curious questions that, what do you mean when you say that? So for me, my strength is that I get angry fairly quickly, but I'm now managing that strength. So I have self-awareness. So please don't come there and say I don't have any weaknesses. Thank you. What other companies are you interviewing with? Quite often, the few times I've been asked this question, I want to say, companies, do I tell them the truth? The truth is, yes, tell them the truth. A number of reasons that the interviewer could be asking is, 1, they want to know the competition, but also they want to know how serious you are about this industry. So yes, if you've applied for if you're in a law firm environment, for example, and you've applied at a couple of other law firms, you might not want to mention exact names, but you could say, I'm interviewing with 3 other law firms, and I'm expecting this is where we are in the interview stage, or say we are still in the early stages. But do respond, and don't have that blank face that says because also in how you answer those almost kind of questions that come left wing, or those unexpected questions, it also again starts talking to you how you handle pressure, how you handle unexpected situations. And so again, with this question, tell them the truth. You don't have to tell them all the detail, but do be honest. So tell us, do you prefer to work as a team or as an individual? And Sorry, for this question I don't have a perfect answer. It again goes back to self-awareness as well as what is required in the role. And quite often a number of candidates I've experienced normally mention that they prefer both and give reasons why. And the truth is that is quite acceptable. So you could mention that yes, you do enjoy working in a team and some of the benefits of working in a team in terms of collaboration, better quality solutions, etc. But that also you are able to work as an individual on certain tasks without requiring supervision or to be micromanaged. So also again, in answering this question, I would say again, think of stories when you have, if you have worked as a team, when have you worked as a team and what contribution did you bring to that team, as well as in some of your individual tasks or assignments that you've worked on and what outcomes did you achieve. So with this one, there really isn't a right or wrong, but it is also more industry specific and more job role specific. But whatever you answer, make sure you can support it with evidence when you have lived through what you're saying, what you're selling. So here's another somewhat almost of a curveball question that you may be asked, and the question is, tell us about a time when you disagreed with the decision that your line manager made or someone senior made, and what was your reaction or what was the outcome? How did you deal with, or how did you handle that situation? So with such a question, mainly it is not even, it's looking at a number of things. So you could say, yes, I did, I accepted the decision, life continued, but I'd say in answering it, think about the role that you played. Was it work related? If it was work related and you accepted the decision, what difference did that make, and how did you accept the decision? And maybe go through a little bit of how you interpreted the situation, because the truth is, at times you will have a line manager, they've hired you to be a specialist in a certain role, and you know better based on your expertise, but because they are in leadership, they have a different perspective, and at times you have to what will you call it, there would be times when you have to accept a decision and actually even support a decision and even advocate for a decision you don't fully agree with or you don't have full buy-in. But one of the things it's about, again, it brings out elements such as teamwork, also it's being more than just you. So think about those examples, whether did it help in terms of productivity, in terms of the relationship, and also just yes, and how it is. Another thing with such disagreements, especially in the workplace, is how did you deliver the message or how you engage with your specific line manager in that disagreement, having a difference of opinion. So those are some of the few questions that you may be asked in an interview, and if you look on the previous video, it also had tackled questions like how to answer the tell me about yourself question, as well as how to use the STAR method when answering interview questions, and that basically speaks to the situation, task, action, and what was the result or the outcome. So yes, that brings us to the end of today's video. Next week or in the coming weeks, there's an exciting segment where we are talking about negotiating for that salary, and I will not be doing that on my own. I have a special friend who is an expert in this area, who is really going to teach us tools and techniques of, yes, how do we ensure that we get that money. Give me my check. Yes. Thank you so much for having stayed all the way to the end. Please do comment, like, subscribe, share, and do ask about any career related topics you'd like us to discuss, as well as any type of guest or specialist you'd like me to invite. Thank you for watching. See you next time.